They smiling in your face all the time. They want to take your place. The backstabbers, backstab. I keep getting all these visits from my friends. Yeah, what they're doing, they come to my channel again and again and again. Somebody's out to steal my doggy. I didn't even be home, but they just keep on coming. What can I do? Hey, people. Hi, Miss Ashley. She talked too much. Allegedly. How you doing, Egyptian goddess? Torrey in New York City. La Sparkle Covington. Hi. Hi, everybody. Cheryl Burnett. Fraser Laurie. Child, I couldn't believe it. I want y'all to see this. I know a couple of days ago I said I'm going to stop playing these whole stuff, but I can't. It's so much easier for me to let them hang themselves. Okay. Y'all have been around a while. Y'all have known how this fool, ZT, I used to call him the idiot boy, is constantly talking shit about my SQUEENY dog, my precious little animal. Oh, you over there with that dog. Oh, you always playing with a dog. You can't get a man. You can't get a man. All this shit about my dog, right? I want y'all to see something. First, let me show you him. This is from today. Miss Thing has been missing for quite some time, right? But she always had shit to talk about my damn dog, right? Even the other one, Rebel Son, he was always saying, oh, fuck you. You and SQUEENY. Right? That's what that's their go-to, right? Watch this, child. This is pitiful. He talked so much shit about my dog, how my dog was a mutt and all this kind of stuff. Wait a minute.
Oh, call the dog train. What the fuck y'all gonna do? Call the pet CPS on me? I turn like I want to. No, because I do her like this. She don't like me like that. Oh, like a baby. She turns around.
Wait till you see that face.
Like bitch, no, you your property. This is my property, little dumbass bitches.
Isn't that lovely personality? Wait a minute. Hold on.
Yeah, call pet CPS.
They're gonna call the PPS on his ass, girl.
It's a canopy bed.
Come on, girl. I want you to see the face of this dog. Since mine was a mutt and so ugly and all that.
Oh shit, I gotta go.
Come on, girl. Don't I want to see you? They want to see the dog, honey.
No, because I don't know what to do. Shit. And we are just now. You said what, boo? So my baby is not sitting at home like you struggle dogs.
Struggle dogs here. I'm trying to get her to see the dog's face. She still thinks somebody want to look at her, but I'd much rather look at the puppy, honey.
I want to get her a cut. I want to get her a cut. Like, I'm going to, well, it's too much hair. And she's a small baby. So this all gotta go. And it's hot, you know, it's summertime. This gotta go.
Show us the face.
I'm gonna get her cut down. Stand up. I'm gonna get her cut down to her paws.
Look at the paws, the tail. Okay. Let's see the face, bitch. Look at that face. Okay. Y'all see that? Let me know if y'all can see this dog face. Hi, Treasure Lane. Do y'all see that dog face? Why did this bitch think somebody want to look at her ass when she has the adorable pup? Hold on, man. I want to show y'all something because y'all don't believe me sometimes. Y'all say, oh, Miss Tim, she like talking about people.
Oops. Hey, Jay Dunn.
You see that face?
That's Auntie. Look at your TT. Jay Dunn, she's only 10 weeks old. Like 10 weeks to 11 weeks. So she got her first cut. Next week, I'm going for sure. But it's like a little teddy bear.
You see it? Oh, ain't that cute?
You know, this is my baby.
Isn't that cute? Okay. It's real. Oh, he's very sweet. He's spoiled already. Come here, baby. Come here. Come on. SQUEENY. Look familiar? Now that dog is, it says 7 weeks old. This one is 7 years old, right? They don't grow that much. She don't even know what the hell the dog is called. That bitch went out and got the exact same dog as I have, honey. Same color paws, same color back. SQUEENY's hair is better kept, so he's not all bushy like that. But when his hair grows, it's the exact same animal. So why was my SQUEENY, my precious SQUEENY dog, a mutt? And then you gonna bring that dog, and all of a sudden that dog is beautiful. Lord have mercy, child. All the time they want to take your place. The backstabbers. Ladies, don't be dissuaded when these women be telling you about your man ugly. Watch them hookers, honey. Girl, watch him, honey. Oh, he ugly. I don't like him. I don't like your man. You see that, Treasure Lane? I mean, the dog is the exact, that's exactly how SQUEENY looked when he was that age, child. If they get the same hair, it is the exact same. So obviously you were coveting my animal all along. You were talking shit about my precious little doggy face, right? Well, both the dogs are cute. The dogs are cuter than the owners. How y'all doing tonight? Honey, she's on the ground rubbing all on the dog, honey, playing like a little kid. She's all happy about. So that means you were admiring the dog all along, nigga. You was coveting. You were coveting. I had the same thing happen to me on the street. I used to know this dope fiend I used to do drugs with. When I got clean, I had my Jimmy dog. He was always talking shit about my Jimmy dog. He can't take a kick. I said, bitch, I wish the fuck you would, girl. You see me come out of all this sobriety and whoop your ass. He kept always talking shit about my dog. Right? I ran into him about 6 months later. He had the exact same dog, honey. And fell in love with the animal. These queens are something else, child. These queens so much, too much. How y'all doing? How y'all doing tonight? Don't have these niggas around your husband, honey. Don't have him around your man. I don't give a damn. She said he so is ugly. He got an ugly personality. One time I was with back when I was with my lover. This is back like 85, something like that. And there was this queen who was a friend of mine. He's young, he's sissy kind of boy. I didn't think it would be whatever. He's just a little younger than me. We used to be at the club, and he'd be there with my partner. Oh, he ain't. You could have did better than him. I mean, I guess he's okay. Is he okay for you and all that kind of shit, right? And then one day we were walking to a restaurant, and that bitch came out she was coming out of a stairwell in West Hollywood, California, right? The moment I saw her, I knew that bitch had slept with my husband. She had slept with my husband. Oh, Jimmy. And she went and hugged him, girl. That bitch, get your goddamn hands off my motherfucking husband, you nasty hoe. And he sits there and looks just guilty. He can't even think of nothing to say, child. He's sitting there. And then the guy who was with us, he knew it. Obviously, my partner knew it. This freak obviously knew it. But I could pick up on it. The air changed, honey. The moment I saw that hoe. Had slept with my husband. Hi, Juicy Marble. Say hello to some more y'all guys. I've been out shopping all day long. My legs hurt. Ankles hurt. Not talking shit about SQUEENY. A precious little soul like that. Ain't nothing to say bad about him, child. But he was coveting. Because when it was time for him to find a dog, what dog did he get? Right? Everybody's familiar with the dogs that are here on YouTube. He goes out and gets the exact duplicate of my dog. You always did admire him. You coveted him, nigga. Treasure Lane, your one of your, you call him your niece or nephew? I see they reared their ugly head again. Still talking the same kind of shit. Let me see what else she say. You know, she's not one of my favorites.
Y'all here with those raggedy ass dogs, bitch. Y'all here with those raggedy ass sheep dogs. Y'all got cheap dogs. And then my dog is 5,000 and y'all mad, bitch. 4,500 and y'all
4,500. Wait a minute. Hold on. We slipping and sliding already. Why in the hell would you pay $4,500 for a Lhasa Apso dog? I saw my SQUEENY online from the SPCA. I went there. I gave them $120 and got my animal. I don't know why they would charge you $4,500 for a Lhasa Apso dog. They are very common animals, honey. So of course he's going to say he flew his in from Paris and all this bullshit, child, right? But he continues. You see all this negativity about all of our precious animals, right? But you know ZT is not a very bright boy. Come on, talk some more, nigga.
Yeah, bitch on here about we stole $25. They want to yell at me. Bitch, you gonna yell at me, bitch. Call Petland hoe. You, bitch, chip down. Bitch, everything down. Bitch, down. Boss, bitch, down. Okay?
Oh, so the dogs are boss. Oh, wait a minute. The dogs are boss. Ain't that SQUEENY? Look at that. Honey, that is the exact same replica of my dog. Look at the paws are the same, the ears, and everything.
Yeah, my fucking silverware is cheap, bitch. That's plastic up in there, bitch. But it's called decor. You dumb broke ass bitch. Get you a dog like this. I bet your kids want one. You can't afford one. Look at your dirty cheap ass kids wanting a dog.
Oh my God.
Look at your kids wanting a dog. You can't afford one. Bitch.
Oh, that poor animal, honey. Oh my God. The dog is struck with that for a parent, honey. But they say even serial murderers can love an animal. They can't love humans, but they love animals. Did y'all watch the Silence of the Lambs? When the only way that woman got the last murder victim got loose, or supposed to be murder victim, the senator's daughter. The only way she got loose is she tricked that little dog, honey. She threw a bone or something up there and caught him, right? And she had the dog. What's his name? Cowboy Bob had her down in a ditch, right? And when she got that dog to come on, baby, come on, precious, right? And she got the dog down in the hole with her, right? By using a little bone or something like that, right? And then that motherfucker became so. Now this is a man who's done serial murdered women, honey, all over the country. He done murdered people, right? When she got that dog, oh, precious, you let me know, precious, you give me my dog, bitch. But you're a serial murderer. Lord have mercy, child. So they have the power, honey, to soothe the savage beast. Mm-hmm. How you been, Trey Jarlane? How have you been, brother? I'm rooting for SQUEENY. Mm-hmm. Oh, they ain't got a Pete. The dog is adorable. I love the Lhasa Apso. They're beautiful. They have. They don't talk, so I don't know what the hell their power is. But a dog could break you down, honey. Mm-hmm. Y'all don't remember why Tony Soprano and Christopher finally broke up? It's because Christopher was high on that shit, high on heroin. His girlfriend had a little dog. I forget his name. And he sat on he had on little toy dogs. And he sat on the dog, honey. And Tony Soprano beat his ass almost to death. Not because of all the murders now. You remember they were doing murders every 2 or 3 days. They were murderers, killers. But when he sat on that dog, that's what broke it up, honey. He tried to kill him. They had to pull Tony Soprano off that ass. Don't mess with my child. Mm-hmm. He puts the lotion. Wait a minute. It puts the lotion in the bucket and sends it up. Put on the lotion, you fucking bitch. Oh, precious. Precious. That's right, Storm. You remember. Mm-hmm. He said a dog costs $4,000. Everything's a lie. Everything's exaggeration. She come on, she living in the luxury home and all this stuff. Then they find out she's selling asshole on the side to keep up with the mortgage and still failed at it. Everything's an exaggeration. She is a RN, when she's probably one of them people who tend to old people. Everything is a lie, and everything is exaggeration. So, ZT, if anybody gives a shit about you or are even curious, all they got to do is look up Lhasa Apso online, and they'll see that those dogs are not nearly that expensive, honey. We're not trying to impress people by the price of our dogs. I don't even consider myself to be the owner of my dog. He is my friend. I never knew it till then. My friend. He's not something to throw up in other people's face and then criticize their animals like your animal is better. That is foolishness, ZT. So you're coming back and you're reminding us of what an idiot you are, right? I'm just saying, honey. So you're going to throw your children. Most people won't throw their children all up on the screen, dude. They're going to come for the dog. I'm not on the road tonight. Who am I having dinner with tomorrow? I'm having dinner with somebody here, one of you subscribers. Let me see who it is. One of you subscribers is in San Francisco, and you called me 2 days ago. You say you want to get together. So I'm having a dinner with a subscriber tomorrow. Let me see who it is. I don't think she care about knowing anybody. It's not a secret. I'll put her in my phone, the tube lady, YouTube lady. Let me see what her name is. She told me her name. Her and some of her girlfriends are coming to town. Her name is, my current YouTube name is Jae. You in here, Jae? If y'all know Jae, she's I think she lives in California somewhere, but we're gonna have dinner. I think we'll go to the sausage factory. That's a little spot over there in the Castro. A few blocks away. She said to her and two of her girlfriends are taking the San Francisco excursion. That'd be fun. I don't mind meeting with people. She said she want to do an interview. I said, I don't know if I can do an interview in a restaurant, but we'll see. Tim got a date, but a woman, I wouldn't even know what to do, honey. Lord, after 65 years of living, I don't know how I would even be on a date. Let me see, did I ever have a date with a girl? High school, I had this girlfriend. I got my heart broken. Let me see, 8th grade. I felt infatuation with 2 girls, actually. But one, she was just playing me. She liked thugs, honey. But I thought I got obsessed with her. And then I had the one girl at 15. We tried to make love one time. That didn't work out so well. But after that, I knew. So I can thank her for helping me. And since 15 years old, it's never happened again, baby. I need me one of these men. It's got to be young and tender. Give me a call. Just sit and smile. Say yes. Okay. Yes. Okay. Oh, yes. Right, honey. Oh, okay. Yes. I'll be a yes man. I think a lot of the divas, the singers, I think a lot of them have gay husbands. They're basically they're super fans, because I've just noticed it with, or I suspected so many of them that I think it's an ongoing thing. Where I ain't gonna say no names, but a lot of these women divas, these singers, these superstars, they marry gay men. Seems like. I'm not saying all of them do that, of course, but I have noticed it many times. The thing is, that's your name. The thing is, then we got positive deposits. Ooh, those are mall pet store prices. $44,500. I ain't never seen that in the mall. Positive deposits. In a mall, it'd be like $600. I can see that. Or some of these fancy. Now these dogs, they can be show dogs. If you ever watch the dog shows, these are the ones that grow the hair all the way down to the ground like Cousin It. But most people don't let the hair grow like that because you have to groom it, right? So I keep my baby pretty short. He's gonna get another haircut I think 2 weeks. Every 2.5 months, he gets another haircut. But if you let the hair grow, they're gorgeous. You know, they look like little tiny Afghans. Mm-mm. Mm. Pet store. Well, I think my SQUEENY, he was a product of a pet store. What happens is these people who breed dogs and sell them in pet stores, they'll keep the dog, but most people want to buy puppies, right? So if you go to a pet store, you'll very rarely see a dog for sale that is over a year old. They want to get them as puppies. So when the dog gets to be a year old, that like they told me that they'll come to work at the SPCA and they have like 6 to 9 crates sitting in front of the door. These are people who the dog has not been sold and he's too old now to be for sale, that kind of thing. He said it's 6 weeks old. I never heard of a Lhasa Apso going for that price. But I don't know. I always go to the pound, honey. There's always a little soul. I saw him, my other dog, Jimmy Dog. I had cancer and Jimmy Dog had cancer. And I got out the hospital. I had to pay somebody to take care of the Jimmy Dog because I couldn't even walk. But as soon as I started getting better, he started getting tumors all in his mouth and all this stuff. But he was 15 years old, so he had a full life. After he passed, I said, well, I got to say, I got used to having, I had a dog 15 years. I couldn't deal with just coming home and nobody here. I was just used to having a dog. So I only made it a month. I went messing around on SPCA saying, oh, I guess I'll just browse and I'll just look. There he was. There's the face. His name was Fozzie. And when I went down there, he wasn't there. So I told the lady I was discouraged. I said, oh, I guess I missed that dog that just came on. He just came on a few minutes ago. She said, oh, he's not on the floor yet. We only have a certain amount of crates out on the floor. And they had him in the back. So nobody even saw him before I got him. Mm-hmm. Oh, crap. Okay. Let me see. What else going on? I see, I guess, Bishop, what's his name? What's his name? Whitehead? Bishop. What's his name? I forget that boy's name. Ain't that something? Bishop, was it Whitehead? White something. Anyway, the dude up there in Brooklyn. Now he's suing Tasha K for, first he said 100 million. No. The woman, I forget her name, the radio person talking about him, he's gonna sue her for 100 million. Now it's 150 million. And he's also adding Tasha K, so he won't get a 50 or 60 million from her. Although I don't know how that would be physically possible, because whenever Tasha K gets through paying off Cardi B, she gonna be out of gas, honey. Nothing left. Can't get blood from a turnip. But he is insisting he going to sue all these people because they talked about him. This man has done everything. I just can't imagine what else he could do to try to get people to talk about him. Who gets robbed and have 4 press conferences? Because you got robbed. Nobody was killed. Nobody was hurt. Nobody was even busted upside the head. But yeah, you got your ass on there the same day that they robbed his ass. He got online and he's been on here ever since, right? He's been on every radio show what have him, every newspaper coverage, everything he can get on to get somebody to look at him and notice him, right? And then when somebody talks about him, he wants to sue him. The lack of content. You have no content, so you want to sue people with these huge ass numbers, which you know you'll never even get, not even 1,000th of. You know that that'll get a story going, so you can be in the news. People can talk about you again. Your whole life is about getting people to talk about you. That's why you're riding around in Rolls Royces that you can't afford, right? And no way in hell you making $1,000, $1,200 car payments, girl. You can't even pay your rent. Yeah, you're driving 2 and 3 cars, all of them $1,000 a month, all the insurance, all the stuff, whatever. So he keeps saying that he is so mad at these people because they talked about him. I guess the lady on the radio said he was a drug dealer. Well, what else? What's she supposed to think? What else would you think? Somebody riding around in the ghetto, driving Rolls Royces and wearing all this shit, starting from the head, shoulders, suit, shirt, tie, shoes, everything got to be Fendi, Gucci, all this, dressed up like a Christmas tree, as I said before. And you don't want nobody to talk about you. Ain't this a bitch? You're in court case after court case after court case, knowing full well that you're not going to be around to be fighting no damn court case. The Fed is, their batting average is something like 95%. In other words, almost nobody, when they come for you, they're already prepared. They have whole armies of people and attorneys and investigators to investigate your ass. They got the whole FBI to investigate your ass, right? And you're so blatantly guilty. But I never heard you say anything about being guilty of shit. You think it's all right to come out here playing with God. Don't you know black people are spiritual people? Don't you know that the majority of us are Christians of some sort, child? And don't you think people get offended if you playing with God the way you do? You sit up here stealing money from old ladies, and then you want to come on here, talk about people. You don't want to talk about you, and you threaten to beat people up, and you want to challenge people to boxing. You want to have all these goddamn scams, and you want to go to prison for years and years and years. And you say that, oh, my case is overturned. Your case is not overturned. Why are you lying? Right? Anyway. Lie after lie after lie after lie, and then you want to go over and grab this book, and then I'm telling the scripture. The most you quote scripture the way a high school student who goes to church quotes scripture. There's no nuance there at all. You can't bring a word, brother. You're not called by God. You got God in your mouth. Take God out of your mouth. It will help your solution. Let me say, respect yourself, la da 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 da. Respect yourself, li di 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 di. If you don't respect yourself, ain't nobody gonna give a good nah. Where you cuss around women folk don't even know their name. And then you are dumb enough to think that will make you a big old man. Yeah. Respect yourself. I think that boy actually believes that he is smart. I think he thinks he's outsmarting everybody. When the Fed comes for your ass, boy, they're going to be just reading off pages after pages after pages after pages, right? The things you're being charged with now is nothing. You're like Donald Trump, honey. Every time you go before the court, they're going to give you another list of other charges, right? Anyway, so that seemed, I don't think those are stories really. You suing somebody for $100 million, nigga, please. Knowing full well your ass gonna be in the clink. When they say you have to show up for a court date, people miss one court date, lose the whole case, right? How in the hell you gonna fight civil cases from the federal prison? They don't let you out to go fight your civil cases. If you went to any kind of court, it's because you'll be fighting your criminal case. They put your ass in there. Whatever. I don't know what else he can do at this point. You know he's going. Who was I listening to today? I think that was Thais was saying that you need to be concentrating on getting your affairs together. Although I personally believe you probably don't own anything at all. I don't think you went out. A Rolls Royce is something like $200,000. You ain't got that kind of money, man. Even if you did steal the woman's $90,000 and start buying all this shit, you were just putting down payments, minimum down payments on it, right? So you don't own your house. You don't own the business. The church got the church back. You don't own shit. You could not possibly own them cars, right? More than likely they are leases, right? You over there today, you were complaining, or a couple of days ago, complaining about the lack of tithe. Y'all won't support me. Y'all won't support me. But go on there, fuck you, and all this old stuff, right? You really thought that them 11 people were gonna be making Bentley and Rolls Royce payments? How long was that gonna last? Right? You didn't have to involve God at all. What God wants is a personal relationship with you. It is only obvious that you have not been called by God to preach to nobody. You're too selfish and you're too obsessed with things, right? You're too materialistic to be of any service, correct? But you can still know God like we all can. You always talking about, oh, God know me. God, touch not my their anointing. Girl, you don't know God no better than nobody else, honey. And even the good preachers, honey, they don't know God no better than nobody else, honey. Just because you think you got a word, shit, I got a word today. Thank you, God. You get a word all the time, honey. Just because you get behind the podium talking about, I hear you hear like everybody else. You are a human being. The choirs kept probably most of those people were human beings, honey. Y'all gave them some superpowers. But whatever. You could respect the people. They would respect you more if you just go ahead and be a pimp or a drug dealer or something. Right? At least that would make sense. Because you are a criminal. Just go ahead and be a criminal. Why you got to drag God through all that? Every other word's coming out your mouth. Let's get G the hand. Let's get G the hand. What seminary did you have to go to get that ministry? Let's get G the hand. That's silly, man. But I guess he got what he wanted, though. He wanted to be famous. No matter how much he bitch and complain and sues, he wants somebody to look at him and think he's successful. He don't want to be successful. He wants to look like he's successful. He's convinced that by looking like he's successful, he probably a Trump supporter, then that means that I will be respected. This is the bishop you're talking to. This is the bishop you're talking to. I'm the bishop. I respect me. Nobody respects you as no bishop, dude. You don't want to talk about where you became a bishop, right? You can't preach. You know, you are a criminal. It's a disgrace, brother. Leave that shit alone. When you get back to your federal prison cell, then be a preacher in there because the brothers need help, right? A lot of people come out of jail delivered. A lot of people find God in prison, right? Because God has your attention when you're in prison. There's not a whole lot else to do. So I think that's what's going to happen with you, Whitehead. I don't know. Don't ask me why. I forgot that boy's name. Whitehead. Go ahead and do your time. Maybe you can get something shaved off. I don't know. You're probably going to tell on people because this guy that you say is a government informant. Aren't you on here telling on him? Snitch is a snitch, honey. It don't make no difference if the other person is white or Chinese or some other kind of race or whatever. If you're doing crime together, then you're a snitch. Belmonte, I think his name. Mm-hmm. Go on in prison and you can have your service in there. They're going to call you bishop in prison. That's probably where you got the idea to be, because in there they always call you preacher or call you bishop, something and stuff. They have real churches and then they have the inmates get together and they'll get together 3 or 4 people and then that'll be their church. Because what we saw at the robbery time, it wasn't only 11. I can only count 11 people. Some people say as much as 30. So somewhere between 11 and 30 people is your congregation, right? And the first time one of them mentions that their mother has money in a retirement, you go and steal it. It's just a reality. TK came out and told her story about how her life is now and why she had to hire that lawyer because no one else would take the case. Got it on my wall. You have it on your wall. Well, I will go see that. Apparently, she has turned on him now. Of course, she's hollering about ain't no freeze on YouTube. Ain't no freeze on YouTube. That's where Wilson got this bullshit from. She was so eager to come after Larry Reed that they hooked up. They were friends all of a sudden. So now she wants to back away. She got enough issues of her own. But I have not paid $12 to go over there, just in principle. So I don't know. I can't follow all these people mess. They bring enough on here. I believe Tasha K is going to be showing up on here more. No matter what she says, this is still the driving force. She's been making these 5-minute videos to drive people to her website. But basically, even when you're on Facebook or somewhere, the videos are still, they're here. They've been made here. So I don't know what's going to go on with her. But if she actually came and told some real stuff, it might be interesting to hear. I'll go over there and check it out, soul sister. No singing, please. Don't remind me. Don't remind me, Southern Belle. I was doing okay. And the other was the Didi say, "Sang it." That's right. So you can't be telling them not to do stuff, Southern Belle. That only makes them want to do it. Like Paul said, although I don't, I want to do good, but I keep on doing wrong. Bishop, bend over. Lord, everybody want none of that. He said he go in there and beat up everybody in the prison. Really? I think they're a lot more tough than you. Well, in the Fed, the federal time is easier time. We don't know how much he's going to get, but he is an ex-con. He just got out. Well, he got out a while ago, but still, he's still an ex-con. So they're going to treat him as a repeat offender. I don't know how big a case, just the lady ripping the lady off, what they would carry, maybe 5 or 6 years for just the lady. So we don't know what else they're going to pile up on that charge, right? We see Mayor Adams. I'm sure he regrets the day he ever met him, because he is trying everything in him to keep dropping his name. He's going to bring down the mayor of New York City. So apparently he doesn't answer the calls, take his calls anymore. I doubt that they were ever any kind of real friends. I mean, what's somebody who has the capacity to be a mayor going to have to do with somebody like Whitehead? Somebody who say that they're working for the community, they go out, pass out sandwiches. He's running for office, so he comes by our churches. They do it here. All the politicians, they come to the churches. That's where the black people is, right? And so now he attached himself to that. And I believe with the Belmonte thing, that's exactly what happened. You went in there trying to peddle influence, like you had influence, which you didn't. All you have was some damn pictures of you shaking his hand. Obviously, every event you went to where he was at, you made a point to have a picture taken. Adams is not pressuring these photographers to take a picture with your ass. That's been you, Whitehead. And I also believe that this man you claim to be your father, you need to really shut that down, right? You disrespect that family. They've all said, we don't know nothing about him. He heard there was money left in insurance or whatever the hell it was, some kind of police settlement, and he contacted us saying he wanted his cut, right? And then he's been bragging about this person, my dad, they took my father, he was killed, 16 bullets, or whatever, 16 police officers murdered. Then he said he knew he was killed when he was 6 weeks old. Now, how in the hell is that your father? You never even met the person. Not in a conscious mind. You could not possibly remember him. So why you keep talking about your father? Nigga, welcome to the black world, honey. It's not unusual that a lot of us have been raised by single parents. It's not unusual at all. So I don't know what the hell is so fancy about you. Oh, I was a black man raised without a father. Raised 6 weeks old. You never knew this person. You never met him. You heard a story. and you went over there, according to that family, and I just heard them interview this week, and you tried to extort them out of money, or at least to attach yourself. They say when people die, if they got any money, people come out the woodwork, right? Old cousins you ain't even heard from in 30 years. People barely on the fringes. This is my fourth cousin. Oh, what's in it for me? Oh, I like that picture. I always wanted that picture. Girl, those are real relatives. You couldn't even walk into the building. Apparently, they said that his mother lived on the same block as this guy who was killed, right? Now, he's trying to make the man like a Michael Jackson or somebody because he got killed. Yes, that's a horrible thing that happened to this person, right? But it's not like he's Martin Luther King or somebody. What are you bragging about? People killed. All you do is look in the news. We burying people every other day. You heard a few have been escaping from prison lately? Yeah, I did see there was a couple of prison breaks. Didn't they get killed? One guy, the one was in Tennessee somewhere. Yeah, it used to be, we thought that it was impossible to get out of prison, but no, they had them. Prison has different levels. So if you're in a prison, you're at level 1, right? Going into San Quentin, we pass people out on the road working, right? They're in a level 1 prison. I was on level 3. So we would pass them. Then you go to the next group of people. Those people lived in dorms. They weren't even behind bars, level 1 prison, right? The next level were people who lived, they had communal living, but they were just level 2 prison. So it was very little supervision. And they also worked out in the pastures of the prison. When they got to level 3 is when you actually went behind the gate. So people get out, Usually, if they're going to be in a level 1, level 2, though, they have not done a serious enough crime to warrant trying to escape, unless they've done something that the cops don't know about yet. Or some people just can't stand being locked up. But generally speaking, if you killed somebody or something, you're not going to be on a level 1, level 2 yard. People will come out of the woodwork whenever a dollar is involved. It is the truth, honey. And this motherfucker, all he did, he just knew that family, or his family knew that family. And that's all that is. They lived on the same block. How is it that nobody in the family ever heard of him, honey? Whatever. If you were the lost bastard child, you should have just stayed that, honey. How you think you're going to come in there? And the woman said that we already spent the money. I don't know what he's after. He acting like daddy was some kind of millionaire or something. Sandra Mitchell, no, I rarely come on this time. I just saw that boy over there spooning over a dog after he done talked about mine. The dog is adorable. It might actually help him. And maybe that's not why he's not on that much lately. They even give dogs in some prisons. It helps to calm down the inmates. Oh, you work at night, Sandra? Working but listening? Yeah, I ain't gonna be here forever. What else going on? Let me do my perimeter check and see if there's any headlines. Let me see if there's any headlines, baby. Let's bring it's Mother's Day. That's right. Ooh, Lord, I better not forget Mother's Day, honey. I'll be in a world of trouble. Okay, love and marriage. I don't see any breaking news. I don't like it when people play games. Oh, I got to go see Deanna. She's great. Come on. In a little bit here. Anyway, people, that's all I want to say. I didn't really have a whole lot going on. The Wiley Shows talking about Whitehead and his $100 million lawsuit. But you can't trust a damn thing Wiley say. Many times he puts people's names in the title. He don't even bring them up. He don't even mention their name, nothing. He's shameless. So I won't be watching that. Oh, you a pastry chef? Oh, I worked the third shift. A pastry chef. Well, I'm diabetic, Sandra Mitchell. Believe me, it can be painful at times. We go to the place, we see these beautiful cakes and shit. I used to like peach cobbler. All the standards. Sweet potato pie, and I cheat every once in a while with cheesecake. I get them little bitty things with cheesecake, but that's about it. I would love to have some strawberry shortcake or something, honey. Something, Sandra, you got to experiment and make you some stuff with stevia for the diabetes and the people watching their sugar. Because I can't tell the difference that much with stevia. I use it in coffee and stuff like that. But I haven't been able to find any desserts made with it. Oh, that's an idea. I could probably Google that and see if there are desserts made somewhere, because they can ship desserts made without sugar. It's hard to find stuff. Dovey and read my book done fell out. Oh, no. What happened to the girls? If I could, I would have a house full of pets. Ain't that something? You see a lot of these rich people, though, these big old mansions, they do have a lot. They be having 8, 9, 10 animals, honey. All over the place. Me too, honey. It's so cute. Even this ZT, that dog is so adorable. I saw this lady, went to church last week, and this lady had this little black dog. And the dog, I guess they call him a purse dog, but I never seen an animal so small. And he was so cute. He was just popping around like popcorn. He was jumping all around the parking lot, child. And he couldn't have been no more like this. Just barely fit into both hands. I said, I wonder if I could sneak one of them in my building. I ain't supposed to have but one animal. I could sneak that little fella in here and hide him in my purse when I walk him. It was so cute. It's amazing what they can do just by being cute. I have people on the street all the time. Oh, he's so cushy. Yes, stevia is great alternative to sugar, but there are great recipes out there. There are great recipes, but there are great recipes for stevia. I may have to look into that. Maybe some places where they'll send you the food, send it to you. Some of them damn dry as cookies and stuff. I don't know why I even bother with it. All right, wonderful darlings. Thank y'all for coming in tonight. I'm going to go see if I can catch something on TV. Y'all have a wonderful weekend. Maybe we'll come back tomorrow. All right, later.